As I sit with a cup of tea and watch the freezing rain fall, my mind drifts to warmer, sunnier places. Like just a month ago, when Chris and I were doing a southern tour. We hit up several different states, and somehow I ended up over 200 feet in the air with only a glass floor. That is the look of a woman staring fear in the face. I can't tell if she's winning the battle, but we will come back to that later. Let's start our tour at the beginning. Our tour began in Gulf Shores, Alabama, which you know we just can't get enough of. The sun, the sand, the southern drawl, and the genuine people make it a really special place. While staying there, we also visited Fairhope on the east side of Mobile Bay. Fairhope is a town full of beautiful homes and southern charm. Originally founded in adherence to Henry George's single tax philosophy, Fairhope is now home to a bustling community with plenty of shops and some beautiful mansions along the water. Artists and writers make up part of the community, as well as those who want a respite from the busy life of Mobile, which can be seen across the bay. Its piers and parks allowed us to appreciate the natural beauty of Mobile Bay, too. Next stop after Alabama was to visit some friends in Baton Rouge. We had been there before, but this time we visited a different plantation home called Nodaway, built by John Randolph, a sugar planter. This plantation was unique in that the owner was an Englishman from Virginia who would have been surrounded by Frenchmen. The home was finished in 1859, and during the Civil War, the owner went to Texas, where he leased 2 cotton plantations to continue the business. Several of their sons fought in the war, and one died in Vicksburg. They sent their older daughters to friends farther north, but the wife and younger children stayed at the plantation throughout the war, enduring soldiers living on the grounds. The house itself is well preserved, but the grounds have certainly changed. It is more of a resort, catering to visitors and weddings, so the grounds are beautifully manicured with pools and tennis courts. But that muddy Mississippi passing by helps my imagination to wander back to the time when you could float down the Mississippi and pass the grand facades of the plantation homes. The Spanish moss veil hiding the dark mysteries of the swampland, the overgrown surroundings cloaked in a stifling humidity with the muddy waters passing by, and to contrast all of the shadowy secrecy, beautiful white columns rising from the river lowlands. The white, intricate crown molding inside is so stark and bright, yet it is made from the same Spanish moss and mud that tucks away the darkest parts of the lowlands. The fleeting grandeur would have been fascinating to float by. After Baton Rouge, we headed farther up the Mississippi River to Memphis, where we visited another friend. While in Memphis, we of course checked out Graceland. We did not tour the home, but we did tour Elvis's 2 planes. Watch out for that blue suede. Elvis sure came a long way from his humble beginnings in a 2-room house in Tupelo. After Graceland, we headed downtown to make a stop at Sun Records. This is the original recording area. They also have a tour and some great photos inside. After that stop, we made our way closer to the river. And what is that pyramid thing off in the distance? That, my friends, is the 6th largest pyramid in the world and also the home of a Bass Pro Shop, which is where I get myself into trouble. The store itself is as incredible as you can imagine. They even have alligators. And they have an elevator that takes you to the top of the building. Won't that be fun?
Don't worry, Jenny, it'll be all right.
Did I mention it is a glass elevator? And the building is 321 feet tall.
If you should put a Bass Pro Shop in the pyramid, and kept asking, should we do it? Not knowing how to answer, he finally said, I'll make it easy.
Chris and Jack loved it. I hated it.
We'll put a Bass Pro inside. Well, guess what? There we were when Jack set the hook.
But the best part was yet to come. When you get to the top, you can actually walk out on a deck with a glass floor. Awesome! I stayed against the wall and lasted about 2 minutes. Then I went back inside. Then I patiently waited for about 1 more minute. Then I started barraging Chris with texts saying, "Let's go." He, of course, could not hear the text due to the wind, and I finally had to brave going back out to get them. Then I got to enjoy the spectacular view of the 321-foot drop back down to the floor. Did I mention I have a heights thing? Or did you guess it? I, of course, survived, and I did try to enjoy it for Chris's sake, but I would not count it as my favorite memory of the trip. But isn't that one of the beautiful things about RVing? We build beautiful memories of beautiful places. We don't need entertainment. Our entertainment is stored in our own minds, just waiting to be replayed and enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you are notified when we post a new video. See you next time.